For the Scorpio sign. Okay, Scorpio, this is for you. Storyline reading for the sign of Scorpio. For May 16th through the 31st for the sign of Scorpio. Let's see if there's a vision for you, Scorpio. Hallelujah. Oh my goodness. Hallelujah. I'm going to see the king. It's like a Scorpio looking up. You might be in church. Not in church Bible study. Hallelujah. You're going to see the king. You could be in your 30s. 39. Let me just see, Scorpio. Let me just see something for you, Scorpio. Let's just see what's going on with this one. Like you in church Bible study or regular service or whatever. So you wanted to see the king. Hallelujah. No more dying there. No more dying there. You're going to see the king. No more dying there. No more crying there. Whatever the song says. That is like, I ain't heard his name in a long time. Tremaine Hawkins' brother. I can't think of his name, but he sang that. I can't remember his name. Okay, let's see. Look for Scorpio. Scorpio. You want to see the king. Look at this. Look at this card. Look at this. Look at this card. This is a Jesus miracle card. So in order for you not to go see the king, you need a Jesus double miracle card for the sign of the Scorpio. Look at this here. Now here, spirit. Fill your mind with a clear spirit. Okay, let's just flow to the Scorpio universe. One more. Okay. No, I think his name Andre Crouch. Andre Crouch? Something like that? No, not Tremaine Hawkins. I got it wrong. I think, right? Andre Crouch. I think that's his name. Something like that. It's been a while. You need a Jesus double miracle. Because Scorpio saying Scorpio is going to see the king. No more crying there. No more dying there. No more crying there. Scorpio going to see the king. It's a Jesus double miracle. You need a Jesus double miracle. Not one miracle, but double. Universe, talking to God. God telling you, fill your spirit with a clear vision. Getting preparation. You're gorgeous. You're going to accept any money given to you. So if some kind of way somebody want to give you money for something to help you with an operation or whatever this is, Scorpio, you need to take it. Okay? You want somebody to change, male or female. So we have right here, you're going to have to go to the training class, whatever this is you got to go to help the Scorpio. God will help you, but you must listen. So if it's church, you're going to have to go there. If it's something else, you got to go there. Whatever it is. Everybody know. The family know. The job know. The community know. Your family know. Or whoever know. Whatever it is to know. But can you cope with them knowing something about you? Maybe that you want to see the king. If not that. Because it says you're going to speak God's words to the millions. You're an earth angel, whoever you are. So we have, you're going to be fearless. Follow me? Universe, speak to me. Guide you to your way. So we have you dealing with somebody who wants you to be strictly theirs. What you going to do about it? Or somebody wants you to know, will you do it? Speak to the million, Scorpio. Maybe about your testimony that you got a double miracle from God. Maybe you got your double miracle. Maybe you get ready to get it, or maybe you got it and somebody want to talk to you and give you money to speak about your miracle. He is God. Tell her, the brass loved one. Tell Scorpio, okay? Whoa. Somebody wanted to be like it was before. A relationship was murdered with somebody, whoever this person you wanted to change right here. Or somebody else wants something to be like it was before. Or you wanted to be like it was before somebody you know got murdered. So we got somebody holding on to somebody for money, care home, job, or whatever this is. Church, because you was in the church, right? Let's see. At 21, something could happen the 21st or the 12th. Mention us, the brass loved one. So we got mentioned 2 times. Look at my Scorpio. Mention. But I gotta put it up here. Mention us. People who need miracles from God, or people who was murdered. So we have you, the common denominator, my Scorpio, kings and queens. If you change your identity, it won't work with your twin. If you go gay, go trans, or just clash. Right? Because you had to turn yourself into a new version of the Scorpio sign. Right? Because somebody was questioning your ability to even be a star, Scorpio. Can Scorpio even be a star? So somebody could have murdered a Scorpio or murdered somebody Scorpio. No, or we got a Scorpio that got some kind of change happen. You came out, or your change happened, or you just got, or just a bad fuss with your other half, or whatever this is. So we got Scorpio who died, who needed double miracle and died. Or we just got a Scorpio that was murdered by somebody, or somebody you know was murdered. But it's going to be justice for sure against somebody who don't look like you. So stop the loss of children. So we got, you got to be 19 and under for this card. Follow me? Stop the loss of kids and move fast on it. Right? Mothers or whoever, you got to move fast on it. Because there's a murder right here of a child. The murder card, and that's a child. Boom, let spirit in. We got a Scorpio need to let God in. So look on the floor for it, and it will be the person. Because somebody wanted loyal, but didn't get loyal out of somebody. Person died. Somebody need to stop looking around. Somebody in limbo don't know which way they're going to live, or don't know which way to go. So we might have a Scorpio dealing with church. Put it right here. This could be a church Scorpio here. So we got the church Scorpio, the loss of children. So you wanna, some kind of way you're gonna maybe need the church to help you with, as far as to have a funeral at for your child, something like that. You might. Or you're gonna have to change the church you're going to, because you ain't getting loyal out of them. You lost a child and you're going to move fast on it, maybe to try to find some way to have the funeral for your child. Okay? So we have right here that you got to accept any money God send your way to help with the funeral. You gorgeous, or your child was gorgeous, you got to let spirit in, let God help you. Boom. You're going to get justice for your child, that's for sure. Somebody who didn't look like your child. So we have right here that I'm gonna work this because the other child that was murdered over here. So mention us, the brass love one. This is Scorpio. You need a double Jesus miracle, back-to-back miracle, because it's an impossible card. You heard what I said, right? So you have to fill your spirit with a clear vision and make preparation, a Scorpio, universe saying, because God wants you to speak to the millions, the Scorpio, whoever you are, right? Because you might have got your Jesus double miracle, or you might get it. Follow me? The family know and everybody else know, but can you cope? That they know that you need a Jesus double miracle. So whatever is wrong with you some kind of way, because something's wrong with you. But can you handle them knowing your business, right? So over here, with your in the middle, your son was killed. I don't know why I'm saying son. Oh my goodness. Well, your son or whoever it was, your child was killed right here. Was murdered. Your child. And you're going to get justice. But we dealing with the church over here as far as like having a funeral for. Or you want, having a funeral for. They want money. They only hook to you for money as well. Or your son was murdered. I keep saying your son. And whoever was hooked to him was only hooked on him because of what he could give. There's questioning his ability to be a star. Could he even make any money? Over here with church with you. Maybe yours being questioned. If you could be a star, and that would be if you had money to pay to be able to have the church service there. Because you in limbo trying to see where you're going to have the funeral at. You want loyal out of this church though, who you give money to, right? The loss of a child, you going through what you're going through. You don't need, the last thing you need is the church where you attend and you pay your tithes to be telling you can't have the funeral there and trying to empty your pockets for money, right? You in grieving and all kind of stuff going on. You want them to move on it fast and say, yes, you can have it there. That will take a burden off of you. They need a less spirit and boom. So we have your son is on the ground because your son, on the floor, on the ground, your son, because your son was murdered. And you want justice for sure, and you're going to get it for your son. So we have your son was going to do what your son had to do because something was strictly his, whatever he felt was strictly his, and it could have been some money. If not that, that's not his card, so I'm just going to take it out. So I can put it over here with the church. You want the church to be strictly yours. Say that your son could actually be funeralized, you call it, right? In the church. You want to make sure you got a place for your son. You need them to say yeah. So that would be off you, that burden. So we have right here, if you change your identity, it won't work. Go gay, go trans, or just clash. So your son might have been murdered because of your son's sexuality, or just a fuss your son was in. Okay? So we have mention me, God. Tell her. So we'll put this over here with your son. Mention us. Mr. Braslove 1, you are the light. Your son was a common denominator. He might have been murdered because of his sexuality. Mm-hmm. It's going to be justice, though. Over here, this would be for the mama. Tell you. God said tell you that you got to speak to the millions. God wants you to speak to the millions, God's words. Because you need a double, Jesus double miracle yourself. Or you got it already, or you need it. Because something is wrong with you where you need God to deliver. Okay, so we have right here, fill your spirit with a clear vision. So you can hear God, universe. So we got the family, friends, community, church, whoever. Different people know your situation. But can you cope that they know your situation? So be fearless. God say be fearless. Right? And you talking to God. God, lead me to my way. And God going to lead you every step of the way. Okay, so your son in the middle might have wanted a guy to change. Whoever it was who murdered your son. Follow me? Or over here with the church, you want the pastor to change. Whoever in charge who makes the decisions on if a church service could be there. Because you might don't have enough money. You want them to accept any money that you give them. What all you can raise, you just want them to take that and let you have that service. You want them to say, I can hear the service. The church is strictly mine for whatever time the funeral is. You get my drift? Because they need to let spirit in. Because it's been a loss of a child. You shouldn't be thinking about money. Shouldn't let you have it for free. Right? God will help you, but you must learn to listen to God. Over here, you come on and go to that training class or whatever God tell you to go to get you in place. My Scorpio. I talk so much Scorpio. I had to think of who I'm talking to. I hope it's Scorpio. Okay, your son was turning himself into a new version of himself, or whoever your son had the problem with wanted your son to turn your son's self into a new version. If it was a hate crime, or if it just was a clash. But over here, you're going to turn yourself into a new version of Scorpio because you're going to talk to the millions, or whatever is going on with you, health-wise or whatever. Is going to make you turn into a different version because you got to speak to the million. God's words. Open up to God so God can lead you every step of the way. Over here, you want your pastor and the church to turn into a new version and don't be hungry for money and let you hear the service there in your time of need and sorrow and not be talking about money. Your son could have been 12. Your son could be 21. Something could happen to 12. Something could happen to 21st. Causes murder, service. Or over here, what you have. Let's say what you have to say. Let me see. You might have a disease. Can I just tell like it is? A disease or some kind of organ. And it's quicker than a hurry. Because it's an impossible card up there. So it got to be something drastic. This got to be drastic. This is drastic. This double Merkle card is drastic. Because you weren't about people knowing about it. Get what I'm saying? Let me see something for the Scorpio. Somebody on it down low. Down low and dirty. Okay, thank you, universe. Let me just get moving. I gotta hurry up. I've been a long time. Okay. Okay, let's just flow through the Scorpio. So we have right here that you're not going to be able to see your son anymore. It's forever. You won't be able to hold his hand anymore. Somebody might have been copping some kind of way and downing somebody over here with your son. Okay, so you need to sustain yourself at a shelter. So I'm going to put it with the church. You need the church to be supportive so you can have the funeral. Opportunity struck because somebody got ready and was blaming your son over here. So we can have that your son clash because somebody was blaming him as far as maybe it was some kind of selling of drugs or copping, or we got a Scorpio who some might have been homosexual and somebody had committed a hate crime, or we have let's see, no more time for lack. You had no more time for lack over here. You need actually for the pastor, the church, to be there for you. There's a meeting place right here with your son and whoever this is, or a meeting place as far as you and the pastor to find out actually, you know, what it's going to be. Are you going to help me or are you not going to help me? In the middle here with your son, he wore certain kind of clothes, or somebody told him to wear certain kind of clothing. Anything as far as the clothing. So if homosexual, it might have been certain kind of clothes. Get what I'm saying? So we have dealing with a resource, and the resource would be the funeral parlor over here, getting literature. Or over here, you dealing with a resource, literature. So we have any deterrent that causes dysfunction for your son you need to get away from. So we have that your son fought somebody right here. But you fought the pastor and whoever at this church over here, emotionally, financially, or however, trying to be able to establish and see if you can have the funeral there or over here. As far as something you need help-wise, I feel. Okay, here's a life card. Saving of your life. Because really it's a death card, but some kind of way you need that Jesus double miracle to save your life over here. Okay, over here your son lost his life. Okay, so your son went somewhere where it was danger below to this meeting place, and it wound up being dangerous. Get my drift? But you going over to the church to see if you can have your son's funeral there. But you getting negative because they talking about money. You don't want to hear that. They want money. And you might have money, but you need them to accept the money that you got. Any money given to them, what all you got. What you don't have, you can't provide. You want them to welcome in a flow of love to you because you go to their church, or you might don't go to their church. You just need their help, and they should help you. You want them to bring in a fresh emotion because you in sorrow. Or this person in the middle with your son. Okay, your son was in some kind of money deal, for selling drugs, anything like that. Copping, selling drugs, anything like that. He might have said he wanted out, or he should have said he wanted out, or anything as far as wanting out of a money deal. Right here, as far as the pastor, you don't want the pastor to say that he want out, that he don't want to do it. You need him to say yes. Okay, your son went to his soul. Well done. You need some kind of miracle over here, I feel, health-wise. And you're going to talk to God and heal your soul about this thing ahead of time. And God going to say, well done. But over here, as far as the pastor and the church over here, you need for the pastor to make it lighten the load for you over here and accept any money that you have to give. So it can be a well done. God can say well done to that church. So somebody observed that you was promiscuous, your son was promiscuous, selling drugs, or was gay. So we have right here that that's going to be two different Scorpios, remember? Or the same person, I don't know. Dealing with money business, your son if he's selling drugs over here, right? He need to stop letting, and the person over here with the gay person over here in the middle being murdered wasn't a hate crime. It could have been by an ex-lover. Follow me? In the middle here. So we have over here the church dealing with money business. But God don't want the mother to be worrying herself about money business with the church, letting the ex hurt her in her life right now, because maybe she's trying to get stuff from child's father, her ex, or somebody. Or she need to make this church an ex. If this church don't help her, she need to make this church an ex. You heard what I just said? She got hidden feelings inside, or they might have hidden feelings inside that they need to say or she need to say. Or over here in a situation, drugs or a son being gay, had hidden feelings he needed to say, or a person he's dealing with, or if a son was selling drugs, he needed to say, or the person needed to say who murdered him. Over here, you need to just say some hidden feelings you might feel as far as health-wise or whatever this is. Next one is, you want to book an appointment. Was he really worth it? So you're trying to book an appointment, trying to seal the deal over here as far as this pastor, because you feel like your son is really worth it, and you want the pastor to see that your son is worth it, being able to have a funeral there, because you feel you worth it. You're a member there, you give, or if you don't give, you feel your son is worth it. And the church should feel that also, because they're supposed to spew out love. But in the middle, somebody didn't feel your son was worth it, who did the shooting of your son or daughter, whichever one. Either one of these situations. Okay, over here you want to book an appointment, some kind of way, to sit down and have a meeting with the pastor, with the church, or whoever to see, and make a decision whether or not the funeral could be there. And over here, book an appointment some kind of way as far as to do some speaking, because God wants you to speak to the millions. Was he really worth it? Because over here, I really feel like with this one over here, I really feel like this HIV. Talk to the millions. God's words. Double Jesus miracle. Okay. So this is for my Scorpio, right? I went kind of far Scorpio, but I gotta take the cards how they go. Can't just be cutting it out because I want to get off of here. I think I have just one more to Cancer. Let me see what time it is, because I'm going really over the time I planned, but you know, I gotta get it in. Okay, 1:49. It's like 1:49. So let's flow. I think I just got the Cancer left.